All right, I am so excited. I know, a lot of us still feeling sort of the, oh gosh, I think there is sort of an emotional letdown. We're going to talk about all of that. We are in for the next 2 hours in for a total treat because I feel very privileged to have the one, the only, and truly, I've known this man for years, Wayne Lee, who is not only like probably one of the most wonderful performers, hypnotists, but also life-changing sort of magnets. I've seen people come under your spell, not necessarily in your hypnotic spell, but just sort of in your practice. By the way, lovely to see you.
You too, Bridget. I mean, it's been a while.
It has.
And I didn't even
Two kids.
I know. Where does the time go?
I know.
It's crazy, and it's great to see that because I know that it keeps me in check in terms of being a kid myself again. And so yeah, it's great to be back.
And so we are going to talk about, I mean, my gosh, everything. I feel like this is a culmination of everything we've ever spoken about because we actually have time, which is so great. But most importantly, I want to empower people right now. And by the way, we're here inside, beautiful atrium, the winter doldrums outside. If you need like sort of things that make you feel good, plants, vegetation, this is a great place to come into at the Citadel Theater. But Wayne, I think the theme of our show, and you sort of presented it, and I love it. A lot of us now that Christmas is over, looking to better our lives, looking to the new year, how to live our most magical life. And
Yes.
for real, that is what we're going to talk about.
Without a doubt, because
Yeah.
I believe life is magic, and magic's ambiguous in the sense of what does that mean for people, but they know that it's something good, it's something, creating something out of nothing. So what does that mean for most people? To define it, and then, more importantly, to create it.
Okay, so a couple of things then. Let's itemize this sort of checklist then. Let's start at the very beginning. A lot of us feel a little bit low probably now that we're getting, and we're amping up for the holiday. A lot of us feel failure waiting when we set up things like living magical lives. That's just not for me.
Great.
And people do that. They write themselves off right away.
Yep. And part of the reason is because they've had that past experience. They've either been jaded or it didn't work out. So they have a program running in the back of their mind going, this probably won't work out.
Yeah.
So they've got to start changing that program. They got to get excited. They got to get, like, my kids teach me to get excited, and be determined. And as adults, and I know that we can lose that, but never forget it and reinvigorate ourselves with that excitement, that passion, and how to do that. And it all comes from within. It's not me doing it for people. It's people owning their magic and then bringing it and then learning how to feel good so they can pass that on to others.
Okay, so where do we begin, I guess? What are the steps? One thing I know, which I love about your process, is that there is a breaking down. It is a step-by-step procedure.
Right. So I like to keep things simple because I know if I'm communicating it, how would I interpret what I just communicated? So I want to keep it really simple. So the main thing is that so many people are talking about what they don't want.
Yeah.
So the first thing is decide what you want. Like, it's that simple. Really is. And if you really believe in the power of your own magic, of your own thoughts and how they create things, then decide what you want. And then the next step is very simple, but a lot of people will dismiss it. They'll let it go because it's too simple, and it's writing it down.
That's because then it becomes a thing. It becomes actually a level of accountability. You've just like written down something.
Yes, and write. I have an acronym for write. Words. So words released into transforming energy. It's like your magical wand.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people are like, I know what I want, but they don't write it down. Like, I mean, if you look at any successful business or anybody that's really successful, I will guarantee that they have a plan, that they have written it down. And where I think a lot of people get caught up is they get too anal. They like smart goals, dumb goals. It's like, you know what? Just decide what you want and write it down. Have a wish list.
They get too practical. They're like dreams. Like other people dream. I'm practical. I don't have dreams. Do you find that? You probably get that a lot.
Yes. And everybody has desires. Everybody has heartfelt desires. But the challenge is that, like you said, backing up, they've been jaded or it hasn't worked out. So they have that program that it won't. So you know what? They stop themselves because they don't want to be hurt again.
Right. So right. So, like right, like correct, and right. So we're gonna take a quick break. We are just beginning. Everything you're saying, I'm like, I have this question, this question, this. I'm gonna provide like every situation for him. It's gonna like hit you on all sides because this is what it's about. This is could potentially be a very transformational dinner television. Truly embrace it. There's only one Wayne Lee, and we're so lucky to have him in our city because I know you're busy around North America, around the world talking. So we've got you and your wisdom with your ways, of course. And so stick with us. More dinner television, of course, after this.